Hello again, and welcome to Quotes for the Day for March the 24th. Thank you all for joining me again, and I hope you're keeping well out there. So today I'd like to add in two more readings, brief, from two books that are on my shelf, relating to midwifery very directly today. And so I'm going to share my screen with you to show you the quotes. The first quote that I'm going to read is from one of my favourite books, and one of the first books I read when I was first a student midwife, and that is mine and May Gaskin's Spiritual Midwifery. And today I'm reading from the 2002 edition, and I'm reading just a very brief quote about a birth that she attended. This is from page 133. I delivered Naomi's baby in a thunderstorm so heavy that we couldn't talk at all. But she was so relaxed and sweet that she understood what to do perfectly, and we could communicate by looking into each other's eyes. So that quote is very important right now as midwives and nurses and healthcare professionals are struggling to make those human connections with the people they care for. It's really hard when you have to practice social distancing and when you have to go to work and care for people when you're covered in personal protective equipment. These can feel like a huge barrier to making those deep connections that we value so much in our caring work, particularly in midwifery. That quote reminds me that whatever else, communication starts and ends in the eyes and in the eye contact that you can make with clients, obviously with clients who are comfortable with eye contact. The fact that a midwife could communicate everything and a woman could communicate everything by a shared look reminds us that regardless of the situation, we are at the essence of everything. We are human beings and we can connect and communicate as human beings. The next quote comes from Barbara Ehrenreich and Deirdre English, which is Midwives and Nurses. A wonderful little volume that I've had on my shelf for quite a while and I've read end to end many, many times. And I wanted to read this quote to remind us again of how important it is that we, as women, as workers, as nurses, as midwives, as carers, what an important role we play in society and what an important role we play right now. So this quote comes from page 25. Women have always been healers. They were the unlicensed doctors and anatomists of Western history. They were abortionists, nurses and counsellors. They were pharmacists, cultivating healing herbs and exchanging secrets of their uses. They were midwives, travelling from home to home and village to village. For centuries, women were doctors without degrees, barred from books and lectures, learning from each other and passing on experience from neighbour to neighbour and mother to daughter. They were called wise women by the people, witches or charlatans by the authorities. Medicine is part of our heritage as women, our history, our birthright. So that's a shout out to all the doctors, nurses, midwives, allied healthcare professionals, supporters, carers, and all the other staff who are keeping our health service functioning, keeping our society functioning. The people carrying out the hygiene practices, the people delivering and preparing and supplying the food, the pharmacists, the ambulance workers, everyone who is contributing to staffing the healthcare service during this crisis. You are part of a great history of caring and of medicine, and your role in this is very, very significant. It couldn't be more significant than at this time. And I hope that these quotes help to remind us all of that in this time when we are making our own new history, that we are part of a greater history and that what we do matters. What we do every day matters. Every tiny contribution, whatever it may be, matters. So thank you for watching today's quotes for the day, and I hope to see you next time.